In the fading light of a deep forest valley, an ancient test of strength was about to unfold. The air hung heavy with mist, swirling around stone statues of mythical warriors. As an audience made up of monks and villagers gathered on the fringes of a secluded monastery. Here, in this hallowed space, etched deeply into legend and tradition, a clash was set to determine. On one side, a towering grizzly bear, a beast weighing over 800 pounds, with claws sharp enough to rend bone, and jagged teeth perfected by evolution for tearing through flesh. It was the embodiment of raw, untamed wilderness, strength forged in mountains and sharpened by survival's cruel demands. This was no ordinary predator. It was a creature undeniably majestic and terrifying, a force of nature brought to this sacred arena. Its eyes scanned the crowd nearby, unblinking and unreadable, cool, detached, indifferent. On the other side stood not one challenger, but 100. A sisterhood of Shaolin female kung fu masters, clad in flowing robes tinged with red and gold, the colors of discipline, strength, and tradition. These women were the product of lifetimes spent honing their minds and bodies into weapons of unparalleled precision. There were the fluid movements of mantis style, the disciplined forms of tiger style, and even the explosive lunges and strikes of crane style. Yet, when faced with this monumental challenge, a single bear whose physical capacity dwarfed any one of them individually, would skill and strategy prevail against nature's unparalleled force? From the far end of the monastery steps, the Shaolin masters streamed out in disciplined formation, their movements resembling water cascading down a mountain stream. Despite their number, every step was synchronized, every motion precise. Their faces betrayed no fear, only focus. The bear lunged forward suddenly, a blur of muscle and wrath. Its sheer size made the attack terrifyingly fast, launching its massive front paw towards the closest combatant. But she leapt into action, twisting into a graceful somersault to avoid the deadly strike. Others followed suit, scattering with the speed of wind. No single master dared to engage the bear alone. This was an elaborate dance designed to exhaust it, weaken its strikes, and lure it into a vulnerable position. The first counterattack came swiftly. One master darted in from the side, her movements fluid and rapid, delivering a tiger-style strike aimed at the bear's haunches. The beast roared in fury, but was unable to land a swing before the woman retreated into the safety of the circle. This was the strategy: hit and withdraw. Like a swarm of hornets stinging an intruder, their attacks would rely on precision and teamwork. The bear charged again, striking the ground with brute force and creating a spray of dirt and grass. Two masters vaulted over its back, landing blows to its thick hide as others rolled beneath its swinging claws, targeting its legs with powerful kicks. From above, another master delivered a flying kick to the bear's shoulder blade, using Crane Style's leaping grace to evade the inevitable counter-strike. Still, the bear's strength was unfathomable. It whipped around with alarming speed, sweeping a master off her feet with its massive paw. She landed heavily, rolling back toward the safety of her sisters. Though dazed, she rose again, determination etched deeply into her face. For hours, this battle raged, a spectacle of feral rage matched by meticulous discipline. Sweat dripped from the brows of the Shaolin masters as their coordinated attacks danced on the razor's edge of survival. They descended upon the bear from all directions, overwhelming its primal instincts with bursts of unpredictable, calculated moves. Yet, the Grizzly's powerful strikes continued to shatter their formations, forcing the circle to expand and contract like a pulsing heartbeat. It was endurance versus endurance. The monks, observing from atop the monastery steps, began chanting in low murmurs, offering spiritual strength to their sisters. The villagers leaned forward, barely breathing, their hearts pounding with the rhythm of the combat below. As night fell, the battlefield morphed. The flickering torches placed around the arena cast distorted shadows across the bear and its challengers, giving the fight an otherworldly aura, a clash of titans beneath endless skies. The Shaolin masters, weary but united, were now relying on their final strategy. With a sharp whistle from their leader, the sisterhood launched their assault, a wave of coordinated strikes executed with precision, as if the 100 women were a single organism. Some swung staffs, deflecting the bear's claws, just as others darted in to land critical blows. Others wielded chains with weighted ends, designed to tangle and restrict the beast's limbs, while a core group targeted pressure points using strikes honed by years of study. The bear roared, a sound that quaked through the souls of everyone watching, but its movements were slowing. It wasn't only the physical assault wearing it down, it was the mental toll of facing 100 unpredictable attackers. The beast's paws now dragged slightly between strikes, its breathing heavier, more labored. Then, the turning point came. The bear lunged one last time toward the center of the group, its most ferocious attack yet, but stumbled over the weighted chains that entrapped its legs. It crashed forward, sprawling onto the ground as the masters seized the opportunity. They advanced in unison, delivering seamless blows while evading its desperate attempts to retaliate. Its roars grew weaker, its swings slower. The war of attrition was coming to an end. Finally, as the moon hung high in the midnight sky, the grizzly let out a deep, rumbling sigh. It was beaten, not by any single woman, but by the combined will and skill of the 100-strong sisterhood. The bear collapsed, exhausted but alive, surrendering to the undeniable truth of the battle. Discipline and unity had overcome nature's raw force. A league of Shaolin masters bowed in reverence, not to gloat, but to honor the creature that had tested the limits of their humanity. They had succeeded together, not by overpowering the bear, but by transcending fear, embracing strategy, and enduring what seemed insurmountable. The villagers erupted in cheers, tears streaming down their cheeks as the monks continued their solemn chants, elevating the moment beyond victory to a spiritual triumph. The grizzly bear would be guided back to the wild, unharmed except for its pride, carrying with it a part of this story written into its bones. And as the stars shimmered above, the Shaolin masters stood together in silence, their 100 shadows blending into one beneath the unwavering light of the moon. They had won, but tonight, their true opponent had been the limits of human will itself.